And this week's quote comes from the late, great Jim Rohn, who was an author, motivational speaker, entrepreneur. And he said this: your income is directly related to your philosophy, not the economy. Directly related to your philosophy, not the economy. I love that because it's, it really takes the control over your income stream in retirement, puts it in your hands. And there's, things that you cannot control, obviously. And the larger economy is one of those things. But I think what Jim Rohn is saying here, Mike, is that there's so much you can control. So do that.
Yeah. I mean, just sitting with that for a second, right? Because it runs counter to what we hear every single day. If you turn on the news, what are you going to hear? It's all about the stock market swings. It's all about debt ceilings, about interest rates, about inflation, right? It's enough to make any person in the United States of America feel a little trepidatious and nervous about their future. But Jim Rohn's point is this: your long-term financial security isn't dictated by headlines. It's shaped by your mindset, your beliefs, your values, and more importantly, the decisions that you consistently make. So think about this in terms of a pre-retiree. You are what I call, you're in the final lap, okay? You've been running that race and you're in the final lap before retirement. And the most important thing that you can do right now is not panic over the market or try to time your investments perfectly, okay? It's to embrace the retirement philosophy that is proactive, that is intentional, and that is grounded in principles, not reactions, okay? Are you consistently saving and investing, regardless of what the economy is doing? Are you focused on controlling what you can control, right? Control the controllables, like your spending, like how much you pay in taxes, like fees, like risk exposure. Have you shifted, and this is a big one, from a growth-only mindset to one that now values income and preservation as well? We've talked on the show about most people prepare to climb Mount Everest or Mount Kilimanjaro for years, but very few actually prepare for the descent. And folks, where do most deaths occur? It's not climbing them, it's on the way down. So we don't want to have you die a financial death because look, the markets will always rise and fall. Politicians will come and go, but your success in retirement won't come from guessing what the Fed will do next, right? It's going to come from having a clear and disciplined philosophy and then sticking to it. And if you're maybe a new retiree, maybe you've just crossed the finish line, you have officially retired. Hey, congratulations. But here's the truth. This is now where the real work is going to begin. And this is where your financial philosophy has to be stronger than your fear. When markets get bumpy, are you the person that panics and pulls out, or do you rely on the income plan that you've already put in place? When the news says recession, do you retreat, or do you remember that your portfolio was built to weather the storms? Are you focused on chasing alpha, chasing returns? Or are you focused on creating reliable income that gives you freedom month after month? If you have built your retirement on a solid philosophy, one that values preparation, flexibility, long-term thinking, then the economy does not control your outcome. You do. The bottom line here is that Jim Rohn was absolutely correct. The difference maker isn't the S&P. It's not the Dow Jones. It's not the NASDAQ. It's your discipline, your consistency, your financial philosophy. So as you plan or begin living your retirement, like I would challenge you to ask yourself, is my plan based on fear and reaction, or is it based on clarity and conviction? Because peace of mind does not come from predicting the future, okay? It comes from preparing for it with a mindset and philosophy that is much stronger than the market.
Yeah, if we could all predict the future, I mean, things would be a lot different in life, but we can't do that. What we can do, as you say, is prepare for it. And I feel like, yeah, that is, it's worth so much. I think it's actually, it gives you that thing that is priceless, and that's peace of mind in your retirement years. And when you're approaching retirement, because, You don't worry nearly as much as other people might about all of those day-to-day things that you really can't control. You just worry about the things that you can control and know that you have prepared properly for your retirement years. I think that's great. And yeah, you're right. Jim Rohn was absolutely correct in what he was saying there about, really taking the reins and controlling things yourself, the things that you can control.